Parways. Yanni! Thank you. Okay, reset, sorry.
I'm Ali. I am one of the dancers today. I'm gonna be dancing with Fizz and we're gonna make something really, really cool. I'm super excited. This is a great team and a great production. Gonna be a little bit of a workaround to fit what we envision for the choreo in the space, and I think that's what's gonna make it really cool because we're gonna be able to tailor it to exactly where we are. But yeah, I'm super excited. It's gonna be a really fun shoot.
Hey, my name's Renee, and today we're going to be talking about how I shot this dance film. So a few weeks ago, ZHIYUN reached out to me and asked me if I'd be interested in testing out some of their film lights. And so I thought, what better way than to actually bring it on set and test them out on an actual project. So I decided to write a short script about two people meeting in a laundromat and starting to dance. So the lights that we ended up using were the Molus G300, the B500, and the CX100. And so I decided to bring on board a director buddy of mine, Kyle, to kind of help me out on directing the video.
Hello, my name is Kyle, and today I'm helping my good friend Renee to shoot a nice choreographed video in a laundromat. It's a concept that Renee pitched to me a couple weeks back, and it was decided that it would be a choreography dance with two dancers that I know, Fizz and Alicia. They're dancers from Montreal, and very excited, very interested in how we're gonna actually get the shots with such a tight space. But I think we'll troubleshoot a lot of stuff and we'll get something that we're all happy with 100%.
So this shoot was really simple. I basically shot everything on the Sony a7S III and a 16-35 G lens, the power zoom lens, and a few shots on a 24-70 Sigma. But I see it just as like, puts it in, frontal, match cut, she's now safe.
We have to be happy with the claustrophobic feeling.
Yeah, we don't really have an option.
And I don't think it's a huge deal.
Yeah. We really spent a lot of time working on the choreography because the space that the dancers were working in was very, very tight and very small. And luckily we did a location scout and I kind of made sure to keep that in my notes. But until you're actually there was a lot of changes that we had to do to the actual choreography to make the video work. Then when you go and you get him, then you both go on this side of the pole. It could be that moment that we want to go outside. And so after about an hour of preparing that, fixing the choreography and everything, we started to light, we got all the gear inside, and we had about 2 hours to film the whole dance sequence. But because it took us 2 hours to shoot the whole dance sequence, I had to cut so many shots, and that became very difficult to kind of see how the edit would work because I had it so clear cut in my mind that when I was cutting shots, I was like, oof, I really hope this is going to work. Because of the time and the pressure, I spent a lot less time actually lighting and kept it as basic as I could to try to get as many shots so I was able to get kind of my story. But I do want to go over some of the lighting setups for a few of these shots. Now, the first shot here, we basically had the 300 kind of shooting through a tree or like tree leaves to kind of give more of a textured look on the back wall. And we had the basic light that was already there. And what ended up being kind of interesting was actually the LED lights that they had in the laundromat. They were kind of shitty as far as like color temperature, but they gave this really nice bluish look that we were able to use, especially for the outside shots. And then as Fizz is kind of counting his change, we had the 500 with a grid and a softbox and just acting as a key light. This next shot was kind of interesting and super simple setup. You know, all we had was a little MC light magneted to the back, giving that light on her face, and then just those really odd LED lights that the location had. As far as the lens, I think it was just the 16mm to get something super wide and super kind of aesthetically pleasing inside the drying machine. And then for this shot, we ended up having the 500 as a kind of street lamp, so it was just outside of the window there, and that was kind of cutting her out from the background. And then we had the G300 on the softbox and a grid acting as the key light, and we also ended up putting the CX100 on top to give a little bit to kind of accentuate that vending machine glow that you see on the wall back there, to kind of give a little line. And so for the dancing, the space was not that big, but the movements were quite wide, so I wanted to light everything from the outside. As you can see in the background here, we still had the B500 acting as kind of that street lamp, really cutting her out of the background. And then we had the 300G just on the side at the same color temperature, going in and really kind of coming in strong from the side. And for this shot, it was mainly the same thing. We went a little bit more side on the G300, and the 500 was always acting as the backlight. And for this shot, we basically just had the 24-70 and we did a zoom, and then I cropped in a little bit extra in post to give that extra range. But the lighting was, again, really the same. Because we didn't have a lot of time, I tried to keep the lighting as minimal as possible. And when he opens the door, we had the CX100 as a little backlight to help separate Yenny from the background. And the final shot is again the same lighting setup. We kind of moved the 300 a little bit more on the side so we could get a little bit more contrast on Fizz's face, and then we came in with the 500 and made sure that it would hit Alicia and Fizz. And I think at that point we had removed the grid just to have a little bit of a wider spread. So overall, I am pretty happy with the video. It's not exactly what I had in mind and the kind of level that I wanted to achieve with this, but I think considering the short time span that we had and being able to get everything within 4 hours is pretty great. And at the end of the day, I had so much fun making this. The cast and the crew were absolutely amazing, and I want to get them on more projects, and I kind of want to do more of these, you know, short films, short documentaries, short projects. So I'd love to know what you guys think. All right, thank you so much for watching this. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment in the comment section below, and subscribe to this channel for more tips, tutorials, behind the scenes, short films, all that good stuff. All right, thank you so much for watching this. I love you all, and I'll see you guys in the next video.